Welcome to Talk Travel with Heather Tate, North Mississippi's podcast for savvy travelers. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is a weekly podcast that airs every Monday on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi, and is then released as a podcast. Travel advisor and travel enthusiast Heather Tate of Whimsical Destinations gives listeners expert travel tips curated through the years of personal and professional experience. By clicking subscribe, you'll have a new travel tip to add to your collection delivered to your podcast library every Monday. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is brought to you by Sun Bear Studio. Sun Bear Studio is a boutique recording studio in the heart of Ripley, Mississippi. When you record with us at Sun Bear Studio, we can mix, master, register, and publish your music, your podcast, or your family story. Email us when you're ready at sunbear@jc.media.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi travelers. This is Heather with Talk Travel with Heather Tate, and I'm so excited to share my adventures and tried and true tips with you. Whether you are also a seasoned traveler, a hopeful traveler, or currently an armchair traveler, meaning you're going to follow along with us from home for now. This is part 2 of our 2-part series of the 12 travel-inspired gifts of Christmas. Number 7. New luggage. So this could be travel supplies. So different than clothes, so travel luggage, a neck pillow, AirPods, an airplane phone holder. That because a lot of airplanes now do not have the screens built in. You're supposed to use your own electronic device if you're going to stream. So that's an option as well. Air tags. If you watch Summer I Turned Pretty, you know that air tags were a gift to Billy for her wedding. So that makes another good Christmas gift. Air tags do. Number 8, I love to read almost as much as I love to travel. So I really love to read while I'm traveling. I'll read on a plane. I'll read on a train. I will read in the car. So it can be a book about your destination that either you want to go. I love travel-themed books. I have so many travel coffee books. Never get enough of them. I don't care. I love to read them. So my favorite type of book to just flip through is going to be a nonfiction travel-themed book. But maybe it's the new book of your significant other's favorite author, and they want to be able to take it on the next trip. That works as well. Or maybe it's a Kindle or other reading device that they don't have. I'm always going to bring the paperbacks, the actual book you hold in your hand. I tried to do a Kindle, and I just don't love it. But Logan, my husband, loves reading on a Kindle. He prefers that to an actual book. So everyone is different. Maybe then if they already have a Kindle, this is when you upgrade their plan. Or maybe you pay for 1 month of it. So lots of options there. Number 9, travel enrichment. So this is not on the trip. Like that was one of the things that you could do before that I listed, but this is leading up to a trip. Maybe it's a culinary class. You're going to Italy, and so you want to take a culinary class. The Bronze Olive in New Albany, I have seen just did a pasta making class. So there's lots of options, even locally. Cooking as a First Language, which is located in Tupelo, they do monthly cooking classes, and they're always themed around the world. So maybe these can be travel-inspired gifts for someone who wants to travel, but traveling is not in the cards right now, actually going out of the country. So think of the ways you can bring that to them. Upgrade their Duolingo to Super Duolingo. Other language learning apps. That's something that you can gift. So think of something that you could enrich the experience of traveling here. Along with that, this goes along with it, number 10, a monthly boxed travel subscription. When London, my 13-year-old, was young, we did a little passports subscription every year for probably 3 or 4 years. And so that brought a little suitcase, and each month he got a whole pack of activities that were about another country. The same thing can be done for foreign currency, which both my boys, London and Christian, are obsessed with collecting foreign currency. That's one of their favorite things to do. It can also be you can get foods, snacks, drinks from other countries. Those are monthly subscriptions that you can do. That's a fantastic way of bringing travel to home. All right, 2 more. Number 11, mementos from a past adventure. So maybe you don't have a future trip planned, but you took an amazing trip this year. Did you print off any of those photos that are on your phone? No, I'm completely honest. I rarely do this. It's something I say I'm going to do every year, and I don't. I just store them on my phone. I put them on Facebook. I put them on Instagram. But I need to have hard copies, right? Like I want to have printed pictures hanging up on my wall or in a picture frame. It's one of the best gifts you can give, especially for the traveler in your family who loves taking pictures but doesn't always take the time to take them from digital to, you can see them every day. Like they are part of your living room or your bedroom. So you can have an ornament, a photo mug. Some of my favorite mugs have pictures on them. Maybe a photo blanket. Right? So it doesn't have to just be a scrapbook or a photo album. I have clients that are always telling me that every big trip they take, they'll do a photo book from it. And I would love to do this. Or at least, each year have some of my favorite trip memories of the year. That's something I'm going to do one of these days. When time slows down, I'm going to go back and I'm going to make photo albums for each year from our trips. All right, number 12, experiences, right? If you are like me, you really don't need anything else in your house. Like you need to find ways to eliminate clutter, right? Not make more clutter. So experiences are a wonderful way to do this. So this is even if you have a family member who's not maybe a huge traveler, but you want to gift something that is not going to take up space. Gift experiences, concert tickets, whether in our town or another town out of state, in another city. Annual memberships, like to the zoo or aquarium. It could be, so not just memberships. It could be if you have someone who wants to go skydiving. Not my cup of tea, but, to each his own. That's something that's on a bucket list. So think of those bucket list experiences that your loved one has talked about. That's something that you can gift. Maybe it's ice skating. When Christian, our 9-year-old, was 4, for his birthday, he wanted to see snow. So we went to Colorado. Logan is still recovering from that trip in 2020. But he wanted to see snow, so that's an experience he wanted to have. So maybe it is going somewhere. Maybe it's, if you have a beach lover in the family, then it's, planning that trip together. Maybe it's for the grandparents. You want to plan a multi-generational trip for them this year. So many options. I hope this has inspired you for the travel lovers in your life for some last-minute Christmas gifts. Wherever you're going this week, whatever you're doing, make it a grand adventure. Life is too short for anything less.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcast, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.